Hey, what's up guys? It's ElasticSpyder here, and today we've got yet another community replay, this time from Fog Cruiser Prinz Eugen. This should be an interesting one. I can't wait to commentate on this because I really like the Missouri. I don't have it yet, but I wish I did. Everyone that has ever killed me in a Missouri seems like they're having just a load of fun. So we are playing Epicenter, which is not always the most ideal game mode for battleships, but it should always give some very interesting gameplay. So first of all, if you want to send in a replay, you think you've got a great game, send it to BIAworldofwarships at gmail.com. It's in the description as well. Send your replay file, screenshots, and anything else in a brief summary as well. Or you can upload it to any other site, like I think there's like Best of World of Warships replays, but give us a link so we can know who it is and who what kind of game we're dealing with here. So Fog Cruiser Prinz Eugen had his first salvo be HE, probably on accident, but it was a nice 8k to start off the game with a fire, so no one ever said that the Missouri was never a good fire starter. And looks like maybe not. He might be running the stealth Missouri. I'm not sure. Maybe he's working towards that. But he's just gonna be bowing, sitting here, canceling out the cap. Not a bad strategy to start out the game. Of course, you typically do want to support your destroyers, but looks like they are our destroyers are gonna have it taken care of for the most part. Maybe not, actually. As soon as I say that Kaba kills our Fletcher with torpedoes, so oh boy. That's interesting. It's a great start. 2 ships already down. And what in the world? Okay. Interesting replay to start off the battle. So we're just gonna be backing up here, backing up, backing up, backing up. So yeah, it is very interesting. I do wish I had the Missouri. I'm about halfway, and it's also interesting that he does not actually have the camo, the premium camo that the Missouri gets. That's a bit interesting, but good. I like to see this. He's typing in chat, letting ships around him know what he's doing. He's telling the Yamato that he's gonna be with him, and he's gonna be pushing with him. He's gonna be right by his side this whole time. Again, not too sure what the gearing is doing in Charlie 8, C8, but whatever he's doing, I'm sure he's having a ball. Zhao shoots some HE at the Yamato, and then Fog Cruiser returns to favor. Again, shoots, 2 Zhaos being shot at once. I like that. I like that a lot. So he's just kind of picking his shots here. That fire on the curve first actually helped him out pretty well. Already up to 23,000 damage from one fire, so that's awesome. Something that was a complete accident as well. I do that a lot too if I haven't played a ship in a while. But yeah, you can see the power of the stealth Missouri, or Iowa even. You can really pick your shots if you're not spotted. And ooh, yeah, baby, that is one big citadel. Some nice sequential fire. Not too sure if this Yamato is burning in 2 places or if he's got the fire prevention perk. But either way, he's burning, and Fog Cruiser is gonna have to take the lead on this. But that's a good sign because the Missouri can definitely deal with it. Let's see what he gets on this Zhao. And that's the Zhao dead. A nice Citadel for 2,000 damage. Always gotta love that. Excuse me there. Man. So, Minotaur is focusing him, but again, he's bow on, so it doesn't really matter. And a very nice tactical Notzer beach, or a beach Notzer, whatever you want to call it. But now he's going to be reversing, and he gets a nice solid 9k on the Kurfürst. And so, again, this is pretty typical. A lot of the time, you'll see this pretty common bow in fighting. He shoots at the Izumo, try and finish off some low HP targets. Also another good idea. I'd like to see this, especially in ranked. It is very frustrating to watch an enemy ship get away at such low health. Interesting that he put out one fire there. Typically I would not say that's a good idea. But he did go unspotted, so it is not a horrible idea. But now he's going to have to wait another 1 minute and 20 seconds for his repair to come back, at which time he can very easily get a second fire. So just to keep that in mind for some of you battleship players out there. But he popped his heal and he gained pretty much all of that HP back, and now he's slowly going out of the cap. He's probably going to start moving forward here, because the rest of his fleet is starting to move and push up north. Once that Minotaur dead, good leadership qualities, telling his team what he needs shot and what he needs dead. Shot a little high there, but that's okay. The Missouri has a very decent reload. Actually, it does. I didn't notice if he was running reload or if he was running the accuracy. We'll see right here. When I played my Iowa, I did run the accuracy, just because I found that my accuracy with 3 guns was a lot of the time quite poor, and I was not being able to hit my shots or land my shots as effectively as I was, or as effectively as I could. So that's why I didn't go with the reload, and I went with the accuracy. Let's see here. 30 seconds, so he's running the accuracy. I like to see that. That's good. You know, and something else you could do to counter the reload is also put on Adrenaline Rush. That is also somewhat of a counter. That way you don't have to waste your 3 million upgrade. But again, that's kind of debatable. Again, I would say a bit greedy here, shooting at the Kurfürst, but seeing that the destroyer was on low health and all the ships around him, I think that was the right move anyway. And plus, he got a nice solid 26,000 damage on that Kurfürst right there. So he's gonna have to start turning in. I would have imagined that the Kagero did get torps off, but at this point it doesn't look like it. But he's going to be angling against this Kurfürst, who's in a very, very bad position. This should be the kill shot right here. Let's see. Hopefully. Yes, it is. Nice. That's a beautiful shot. Again, the accuracy is paying off for him right there, landing several shells at what is less than 10 kilometers. But it is important. That's those are the ranges you want to for sure be hitting all of your shells, as opposed to with the reload. Sometimes you might not hit 1 or even 2 of those shells, and that can lead to him not killing him, and the Kerfer's doing damage to someone else, and potentially killing one of his teammates. So I think that's a very good play again to go with the accuracy over the reload. Montana is sailing broadside like a noob, and he is getting punished for it. Let's see if Fog Cruiser Prinz Eugen can finish him off. He did start to angle a bit, but that is still a significant amount of broadside. Unfortunately, all his shells did go a little high and didn't do all that much damage. But he's just going to be pushing in. He's not afraid of anything. I'm sure he's going to try and kill this Hindenburg. And then he gets a nice plane shot down, pops the radar, and then sees that the Minotaur is very vulnerable. This is something that you don't want to see. In the Minotaur is... Oh. See radar pop on your screen, but that acceleration from the Minotaur is a little bit unfortunate for Fog Cruiser. Certainly he did wish that his shells would have connected there, since the Minotaur does have quite the citadel. So Gearing is making a mistake shooting at 8 kilometers near a Missouri, and that is obviously the kill. Pretty self-explanatory. That was never gonna end well for him. Now, since the Yamato did end up healing quite a bit of HP, the Fog Cruiser is going to let him start pushing, and he's gonna go in a full reverse. He's continually getting pelted by HE from the Hindenburg, and he's gonna try and deal with him. Wouldn't be there we go, 2 fires. He should be repairing right now. There you go. And this maybe will be the kill shot. This is looking pretty good. Pretty good. Oh yeah, baby. 17,000. Pretty rare. I almost never get citadels on the Hindenburg unless I'm in something like a Moskva. But that was a very, very nice shot. Again, the accuracy paid off just enough for him. Will he cap this? That is the question. Okay, that was a bit of a delay, but there we go. He does manage to cap it just before the Montana hits him. A little shot over the island, and we'll see how this one turns out. He was angled, so not expecting all that much, but 14,000 is certainly good enough. Apparently it was only 2 penetrations, 1 overpen, but we all know how buggy that system still is. Not bad, 150,000 thus far, and 2 assisted base captures. That's something you don't see all that often in the Missouri, is assisted base captures, but I'm sure it is quite common, due to the fact that in order to use your radar, you have to get within 9.5 kilometers and some very, very mild torpedo beats to just about finish off this replay. It's looking like the enemy team is in some big doo-doo. I don't know where their 1 destroyer is. Battleship Montana is running away. Their Minotaur was last spotted running away somewhere near those islands around the H3 sector. So, a bit surprised he does not actually have the last known positions marked, or maybe that was just something to do with the recording. But I definitely would recommend putting on those just so you know where a ship is. So sometimes a ship gets spotted very, very briefly, and seeing a change in that ship's last spotted location and current spotted location, it is very, very helpful to help you survive longer and be more aware of what your situation is. Oh boy. This is the match for the making. Gearing versus Missouri. Who will win? I say Missouri. 4,200. And even if he gets rammed here, I think he'll still survive. Gearing should have one more thing of torpedoes, but I guess he didn't launch it, or he didn't have it. But either way, he got him just before the Gearing could launch his torpedoes and kill our buddy Fog Cruiser Prinz Eugen, who is it's funny because Fog Cruiser Prinz Eugen, but he's in a Missouri. Yes, I know. And some very scenic looking shots we have here of the sinking sinking destroyer, and then we're back to Fog Cruiser. With only 2 ships left, it's only a matter of time before these two meet, and it looks like the Montana is coming here. Wow, all of those actually bounced. I was a bit surprised that those actually didn't get go straight through. But this is the battle of the ages. Secondaries are going. Who will win? Fog Cruiser has the slight advantage, but you never know with a Montana. It is quite maneuverable. But it looks like these two are just going for the ram at this point. Wow, that was actually a Citadel, I think. Certainly Citadel worth of damage, but high caliber Kraken, it was definitely worth it at the end, without a doubt. And that is a nice 191,000 XP. Let's move on to the screenshots. So we're at the screenshots here, and we can see our friendly cruiser player, aka battleship player, had a very, very nice earnings, 1.5 million, with I don't believe any additional credits, but this is what the Missouri is capable of. It is a credit monster. 6k XP, Kraken high caliber, 191,000 damage, 3 assisted base captures, 5 destroyed, as I said, with a Kraken, and 3 Citadels. Looking at the team score, we see that our Missouri player here, he came out with 2,545 base XP, top of the leaderboard. Very, very nice. Damage distribution, ramming 25,000 and 16,000 from that first salvo he shot, and then the rest was all AP. And then he also did tank quite a lot, 2,569,000, and damage upon your spotting for whatever reason is 98,235, and then the accuracy on this number, 98,235. .231933599375. I love that wargaming. I love your accuracy. Moving on, at the credits, walks away with 1.3 million credits, and considering there's only 160,000 cost to run, that is an insane amount of credits. I hope you guys enjoyed this Missouri replay. I can't wait to get mine. Certainly still quite a ways away, but hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.